ended up leading 71 of the 160 laps. Let's see what Jason Jacoby has to say.
I'll tell you what, Ben, you and I both tongue-tied after tonight's performance. You see what you've done to us, Jason, man, with this run between you and DeBarro all night long. Great run, my friend. Great run indeed. Congratulations on your third-place run.
Thank you, John. Congrats to Anthony on the win. I tell you what, like I said on Monday night in the Joe Gibbs Racing Off-Season Sim Series presented by Interstate Batteries, I don't get into people intentionally. I checked up earlier so I could give Anthony some room on that one restart when Brandon was in the lead, and I still got into him. So I apologize to him for that because that wasn't intentional. I checked up earlier than I normally would have to give him extra room, and I still got into him. And it made for some really entertaining racing, I'm sure. That last run, before that last caution where we restarted with about 10 to go, I was saving my tires pretty well, and I picked up something from Steve Sheehan and David Comstock, and that's to save my tires more. And that's why you saw me hold the lead, especially that first run of the race, because I was saving tires. But that one before I eventually had to let Steve go because he was just saving them a lot better, I was in a good rhythm, and I messed up 3 and 4, and I kind of psyched myself out, and I just started hitting the marks wrong every time. So my run at catching Anthony, whereas I had saved my tires, kind of went away. And I tried to make a run at him again, and then Steve kept trying to get by me, and I eventually gave up and gave it to Steve because I didn't want to hold him up anymore. And my kind of hope was that they'd get to race in for the lead, which they almost did, and we were making up at 10th or so. And then the final caution came out with about 10 to go, and those guys were just a lot faster on the short run. Not sure if it's because I put it in the wall when I was missing my marks so much, but and got a little bit of damage. But, man, it was such a fun race. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, Jason, it was fun up in the booth. We were both out of breath for a while there watching you and DeBarro trading paint. But that's what short track racing is all about, my friend. So do you have anybody you want to thank for this third-place run tonight?
Yes, sir. Thank you to everyone watching, both on your guys' broadcasts, also especially my stream viewers. Awesome folks over here. And I try to send them over to you guys as well because I think it's awesome to have kind of like an in-car video feel and then also the actual race broadcast itself. That's also, Ford Entertainment Group, the lowest prices on computers guaranteed, and Seat Time Racing School, Carbon Racing Solutions, and once again, you guys. And I know I'd like to, next interview, if I get one, I'd like to take more time to thank my sponsors, but thank you guys for the time here. And I hope to see you guys next week for some throwback schemes at Darlington.
Well, Jason, thank you for your time. Again, congratulations on your third-place run. That, folks, was Mr. Excitement, Jason Jacoby, coming home in third.
Perfect. We'll see if it pays off in the long run. 120 laps to go. 119 at the line, to be exact. Pace car set to head to pit road. There he goes. Field in control of that 88. We're back racing here at Iowa, and another good restart by the 88 as he leads us down into turn number 1. A good restart for Anthony DeBarro as well. He's up to second now.
Yes, sir. He slid right up there in front of Jason Jacoby on those two tires. And tell you what, the Jacoby's having none of it. He's all over the bumper.
He put the bumper.
Yes, he did. That's Jacoby for you. We call that kid Mr. Excitement for a reason. He wants that second spot back.
Oh, and they're dooring each other on the straightaway. Maybe Jacoby didn't like what DeBarro didn't like what Jacoby did. Now DeBarro gets back into Jacoby off turn 2. They ran up on Bowie so quick they didn't know what to do. Bowie, like we said, a sitting duck in a frozen pond now as Jacoby trying to slide him off of turn number 4. He does, and Jacoby back to the lead. Bowie back down to the inside of the 88, a crossover down into turn number 1. Not going to be able to hold anything though down there on the bottom. It really helps DeBarro. He gets to run to the back straightaway. He'll get to the outside. He almost tags the wall, does he, as he races to the outside of that number 88. Challenging now for the second position. Here comes Sheehan in the 66. Boy, things are getting interesting. Look, mid-pack, John, they're 3 wide back there.
They are, and Sheehan thought about taking it 3 wide right there, and 3 and 4 just now. In the meantime, behind them, back there in about 7th spot, it looks like the 32 of Shane Ewing. He got a little loose there and bottled everybody up, so now he's got company with Pace down there on the inside, and on his bumper, he's got that 84 of Anthony M. Calanzoni again.
There you have it, Pace. Remember, he's on the 4 fresh tires. He's made up quite a bit of ground, 3 positions since the restart, and he is not slowing down anytime soon, but he may have no choice to as he works to the back straightaway. Up front, though, here comes DeBarro, he puts the bumper to Jacoby. He sends him sideways into turn 3. Jacoby up the racetrack. DeBarro back to the inside, and they're side by side at the line. Jacoby fights back on the outside down into turn number 1. They'll go door to door for the lead.
There is no love lost between these two, apparently, and I tell you what, they're not cutting each other any slack on that track. Jacoby pulls the move on the outside, gets the power coming down the backstretch down into 3 and 4, but look at that, another bumper. Another bumper from DeBarro.
What a race these guys are putting on. Sheehan says, go ahead, just put each other in a safer barrier. I'll drive by and make this thing a Sunday drive for me. Down into turn 1. DeBarro all over the bumper. Almost tags him again in the center of 1 and 2 to the back straightaway. Jacoby, DeBarro putting on a hell of a show here in the Kick-Ass Speed Junkie Winter Series. Another bumper from the 27 to the 39, and here comes Sheehan with 3 wide for the lead.
I'm telling you right now, these two are going to wind up taking each other out if they're not careful here, and Sheehan's in the catbird seat if they do. He's waiting for him to make that mistake, and I don't think it's going to be very long before he has a chance to pounce on him.
Boy, if I'm Sheehan, I'm going to lay off for a couple
That's
laps
right.
here, John. I'm going to let them sort themselves out for the first time in 3 and 4 and a couple laps. DeBarro did not apply the bumper to the 39.
He tried.
So, yeah, he was all over him, didn't quite get to him. That time it was Jacoby again at the line. He's led a good portion of this race. DeBarro from 12th up to 2nd, looking to grab the lead. These two have been at it ever since the restart.